In the last lesson, I called it a transmission fluid recipe, but the reality of it is that they're now known as specifications set forth by the manufacturers. Base stocks, they're getting better. Additive packages, well, they're getting better at protecting the internals of the transmission. Also, friction modifiers are being developed hand in hand with the friction material bands and clutches to help improve shift quality. So what drives this constant change in specifications for the fluids? Two things: fuel efficiency and longevity. With mandates from the government for better fuel efficiency, all transmissions have been developed to have lower parasitic powertrain losses. In recent years, this has caused the introduction of low viscosity and even ultra low viscosity transmission fluids. Also, the number of gears have increased for automatic transmissions from just 3 speeds in 1980 to more than 10 speeds today. More gears means the engine operates in the most efficient RPM range. These internal changes are reflected in many transmission fluid specifications. Transmissions also last longer between the service intervals and even rebuilds. To do this, the transmission manufacturers have introduced advanced additive packages to protect the transmission for more than 100,000 miles. So how do you select the correct transmission fluid for the vehicle? It can be confusing. Back in the day, the specifications for the fluid was usually stamped on the side of the metal dipstick, but not too many modern transmissions have a dipstick. Some technicians and shops recommend using the owner's manual in the glove box. However, when the vehicle rolls off the assembly line, that information could be outdated or superseded by new specifications. Also, if you consider the average age of a vehicle in the US is 12 years old, it gives the OEM a chance to improve the transmission fluid with a better version down the road. The service information is critical to selecting the correct transmission fluid. If you have Mitchell, ALLDATA, or access to the OE Service Information website, these sources can tell you the manufacturer specification and even provide TSPs related to the transmission. Once you know the specification, you can source your transmission fluid. Just keep in mind, some electronic catalogs will recommend the correct fluid if you use the VIN number or even the make, model, and year. You might be confused if the parts listed include a multi-vehicle ATF. Some of these fluids are formulated for a wide variety of transmissions, specifications, and even years. Most of the specifications for the fluids will meet the list that's in the electronic catalog and also the product data sheet. You can also find this information on the fluid manufacturer's or provider's website if you want more information. Many multi-vehicle fluids meet the requirements of both domestic and import nameplate vehicles. Transmission fluid characteristics are also part of the calibration of the transmission control module. For example, the friction coefficient controlled by the friction modifiers in the transmission fluid will influence the quality of the shifts. Continuously variable transmissions or dual clutch transmissions can use very specific transmission fluids, and we're going to be covering that in our next lessons and even some more modules.